to this course. This is a course of physics, and we need to know what is physics exactly. Physics is an experimental science that observes phenomena, and when you observe phenomena, you need to explain why the phenomena is behaving like this. In explaining this, you create a theory, and the theory is in charge of giving result of what the phenomena is. In physics, at the end, we want to arrive to a general principles that all systems will follow, and that will allow us to predict what will happen to the system. The physics that we use is different if the system is a small system of the size of atoms. In this kind of system, we don't use the physics that you are going to learn. We use quantum mechanics, and we use the physics that you are going to learn in big systems that are not moving, big systems that are moving with velocity v less than c. So v divided by c is less than 1. So this is the range where we apply the physics that you are going to learn, system that the movement of the particles are very slow compared with the velocity of light, systems that are the size of the systems. The size of the system is bigger than 10 a la minus 10 meters. It's much more big than 10 a la minus 10 meters. 10 a la minus 10 is more or less the size of an atom. So the size of an atom, the diameter of the atoms, could be around 10 a la minus 10 meters. So we apply the physics that we apply is a physics that is for a bunch of particles that the size is much more bigger than 10 a la minus 10 meters. So this is the question. In physics, we try to make a theory using 4 forces. We try to explain everything using 4 fundamental forces. The first forces, we believe that there are only 4 forces in the universe. And the 4 forces are, the first one is the gravitational force. It's mainly the force that makes you to be seated in your chair or makes the earth going around the sun. This is gravitational forces. The other force is electromagnetic forces. These are forces produced by charge, and there is charge. If there is charge, there is electromagnetic forces, and if there is charge in movements, there is magnetic forces. If there are charge at rest, there are electrical forces. So electromagnetic forces and gravitational forces are 2 forces that we are in touch in. We have experience with these forces. The other forces that we admit, we know that exist, are the weak nuclear forces and the strong nuclear forces. The strong nuclear force is the force that maintain the particles in the nucleus of the atoms together, and the weak nuclear force is the nuclear force that is related to decay on the atoms. We don't have any experience with this kind of forces in our daily life. These forces, strong nuclear forces, take place on the sun at high temperatures. The nuclear and the weak nuclear forces are related with radioactivity mainly and decay. Well, these forces we will not touch in these courses, okay? Also electromagnetic force we will not touch. We'll mainly will touch gravitational force and mechanics. What is how the force is acting on the system and make a change. And the basic idea is that the force make a change in the momentum of the particle. We will see later what is the momentum of the particle. Okay, let's continue to the next part. Okay, the language of the physics is mathematics, so you need to know mathematics. We start with a small review of things that for sure you may know, and it's exponents. When you have to exponent, let's say 10 a la 2 by 10 a la 3, this is 10 a la 2 plus 3 will be 10 a la 5. This is because 10 a la 2 is 10 by 10, and 10 a la 3 is 10 by 10 by 10, so the total product is 10 a la 5. This is clear, so the equation that we use is this equation. 10 a la minus 1 is 1 over 10, 10 a la minus 2 is 1 over 100, 10 a la 2, and so on. And, well, this is what you have to know about exponents. So try to make this, let's go to do some example. Let's say 5 a la 2 by 5 a la 3. So this will be 5 a la 5. 3 plus 2. 2 a la 3 by 2 a la 5. This is 2 a la 8. 2 a la 3 divided by 2 a la 5. This is 2, 3 minus 5. This is 2 elevated minus 2. This is 1 over 4. So I prepare you some examples. You practice exponent. Like a homework that I put that you will have to do. I want to show you that if the equation is y of x equal 2 a la x, the function that describe this function is this one, 2 a la x, this one. Let me go to a la x. So 2 a la x is a function that do like this. 3 a la x is the yellow function. It do like this. And e a la x is a function that do like this. If you see all of them at x equals 0, at x equals 0, all of them, 2 a la x, 3 a la x, a la x, 10 a la x, all of them will have the value 10 a la 0, e a la 0, 2 a la 0, etc. And this value is 1. So all of them will pass through this point. And the slope is changing. The slope of 2 a la x is a little bit slower, a little bit less the slope. We will see this, the meaning of a slope, the inclination of the slope of 2 a la x. You will see that is lower inclination than e a la x at the same point. At this point, e a la x have a little bit more inclination than 2 a la x. So we will find on the next one the concept of a slope of a function. And this concept is very, very important to have it correctly understood and see all the times the slope, because the slope is related with the change of the function. And what we are going to describe in physics is what is the change. What is the change in position? What is the change in velocity? What is the change of the particle? And the change is produced by the force. The force produces a change in the momentum. So what is important in your life is not where you are, is what is the change. It's a positive chain going up, going down, going to the east, going to the south, whatever, we follow the change. To follow the change, you need to understand what is the slope, because the slope is the change. We will see this later. So now I want you